Hey investors, let's talk about something crucial for your next real estate move: government grants. These grants can be a game changer if you know how to navigate them. The Trump administration brought big changes to how these grants work, and that means big opportunities for savvy investors. These changes have opened up new avenues for funding that were previously unavailable. We're talking about potential shifts in funding for housing, education, and more. These shifts can significantly impact your investment strategy. These changes are like dominoes, impacting neighborhoods and property values across the board. Understanding these impacts can help you make informed decisions. Now, I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to talk profits. Your ability to adapt to these changes can directly affect your bottom line. Understanding these changes can give you a real edge in the market. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it can also be profit. Whether you're flipping houses, building rentals, or looking for long-term appreciation, staying ahead of the curve is key. The more you know, the better you can strategize. So let's break down these grant changes and see how you can make them work for you. Stay tuned, because this information could be the key to your next big investment success. One of the biggest shifts under the Trump administration was the push to give states more control over federal funds. This means decisions about housing programs, infrastructure projects, and community development are happening closer to home. For real estate investors, this means keeping a close eye on your state and local governments. What are your state's priorities? Are they investing in affordable housing, revitalizing downtown areas, or focusing on rural development? These decisions will directly impact property values and rental demand in those areas. Pay attention to local news, attend community meetings, and connect with local officials to stay informed. Knowing where the money is flowing will give you a head start on finding the next hotspot. School choice is another area where the Trump administration pushed for significant change. With increased support for charter schools and voucher programs, parents now have more options for their children's education. This shift in the education landscape has interesting implications for real estate investors. Traditionally, property values have been closely tied to the quality of local public schools. However, with school choice expanding, families may prioritize different factors when choosing where to live. Proximity to highly rated charter schools or private schools could become a major selling point. Investors should consider the potential impact of school choice on neighborhoods and adjust their investment strategies accordingly. Special education shifts. What does it mean for property? The Trump administration also proposed changes to special education funding, moving towards a block grant system. This shift represents a significant change in how resources are allocated to states. This means states would receive a fixed amount of money for special education, regardless of the number of students with disabilities. The goal is to provide states with more control over their budgets. While this proposal aims to give states more flexibility, it also raises concerns about potential funding shortfalls. Parents and educators worry that the fixed funding may not be sufficient to meet the needs of all students. For real estate investors, this shift could impact communities in different ways. The quality of local schools is a key factor in property values. Areas with strong special education programs and resources may become even more desirable for families with special needs children. These areas could see an increase in demand for housing. On the other hand, communities that rely heavily on federal funding for special education could face challenges in maintaining those services. This could lead to a decrease in property values in those areas. Investors should carefully assess the potential impact of these changes on local schools and property values. Understanding the nuances of these funding shifts is crucial for making informed investment decisions. Now about career training booms. While some areas saw potential funding cuts, the Trump administration also prioritized career and technical education. This means more investment in vocational schools, apprenticeships, and training programs aimed at preparing students for in-demand jobs. This focus on career training presents a unique opportunity for real estate investors. Areas experiencing growth in career and technical education often see an influx of students and young professionals. This increased demand for housing can lead to higher rents, property appreciation, and opportunities for development. Look for communities investing in new training facilities, partnering with local businesses, and attracting students from surrounding areas. Safety net shrinks. The Trump administration also proposed changes to federal safety net programs, including potential cuts to housing assistance. These proposed cuts could significantly impact low-income families who rely on federal aid to afford their homes. While the full impact of these changes is still unfolding, they highlight the growing need for affordable housing options. The demand for affordable housing continues to rise, making it a critical issue for communities across the nation. This is where savvy investors can step in and make a difference while also securing solid returns. By investing in affordable housing, they can help bridge the gap between supply and demand. Developing or renovating properties to provide affordable housing can be a socially responsible and financially rewarding investment strategy. Investors can transform underutilized spaces into vibrant communities. Look for opportunities to partner with local housing authorities, nonprofit organizations, or utilize government incentives designed to encourage affordable housing development. These partnerships can provide valuable resources and support. By addressing this critical need, investors can make a positive impact while capitalizing on a growing market segment. Providing affordable housing not only benefits the community, but also creates a sustainable investment for the future. As always, we all must learn to navigate the changes. The real estate landscape is constantly evolving, and the changes during the Trump administration were no exception. The key to success is staying informed, adapting to new realities, and seizing emerging opportunities. Remember, knowledge is power, especially in the world of real estate investing. Don't be afraid to think outside the box, explore new markets, and consider alternative investment strategies. By staying ahead of the curve and understanding the forces shaping the market, you can make smart decisions that yield impressive returns. Happy investing.